Electric power tools make our work much easier. But electricity doesn't leave any room for carelessness. This scene showed 3 different ways electricity can hurt you. First is the shock itself, which can burn, cause muscle or brain injury, and even kill. A second type of injury is a result of automatically jerking away from the shock. It can place you in danger of cuts, bruises, broken bones, or additional burns. A third type of injury comes from falls caused by shocks. You might fall on something or from something. There are other hazards, too. So let's learn how to safeguard against electric shock from power tools. First, use double-insulated power tools if you have them. They save a lot of problems. Anytime you use a power tool, inspect the cord and plug. If the wire is frayed or the plug is cracked, mark the tool for repair and don't use it until it's fixed. Some tools and appliances have 2-prong plugs, and sometimes one prong is wider than the other. If it is, don't trim it. This is a polarized plug. Its purpose is to protect you from shock. If it doesn't fit the electrical outlet, use a different outlet. If your cord has a 3-prong connector, the round prong is a safety ground. A 3-prong plug doesn't fit a 2-prong outlet. To solve this problem, some people use an adapter. According to the instructions, the little green wire on the adapter is supposed to be screwed to the faceplate on the outlet. However, there are too many outlets that aren't grounded properly, so you take a big risk when you use an adapter. It's safer to throw away the adapter and look for a 3-prong outlet. A better idea is to use an outlet box with a ground fault circuit interrupter. This is one of the best of all safety devices. Test the unit by pressing the button marked Test. If the unit is working right, the reset button should pop out. That turns the electricity off. To restore power, press the reset button. If you use an extension cord, it is an OSHA requirement that you use the 3-wire type. Be sure the extension cord doesn't drape over sharp surfaces or wrap around sharp corners. This guy isn't listening. Hey, you! Don't lay that sucker against sharp edges. That's better. Now, place a separator between the cord and any sharp corners. If the cord passes where people walk, tape it down or hang it overhead so you won't trip them. That bears repeating. Where there are people, tape it or hang it. To keep 2 cords from coming unplugged, use a loop connection or a tension fastener. Be sure the connection is in a dry spot. Moisture can cause short-circuiting. Before using a power tool, look around carefully. Are there any inflammable gases or liquids in the area? If so, is the area well ventilated? Remember, electric motors cause sparks, and sparks can ignite explosive vapors. Wait a minute, are there any power lines hidden in that wall? So you think rubber soles will protect you, huh? Well, did you know that some kinds of rubber actually conduct electricity? If you don't know where power lines are hidden, use insulated protective gloves. While you're at it, wear your protective goggles, too. They don't have anything to do with electricity, but they have a lot to do with protecting your eyes. If the floor is damp or made of metal, stand on a protective rubber mat. Power tools are great time savers and work savers, but they must be respected. By following just a few simple safety tips, you can keep them working for you instead of against you. This is Claude Akins reminding you that safety is your job, too.
Employers shall not issue or permit the use of unsafe hand tools. All electric power operated tools shall either be double insulated or be properly grounded and use a GFCI. Tools without proper guards in place or modified are not permitted. Do not throw tools or materials from one level to another. Never carry a power tool by its cord. Do not use an electrical power tool while standing in water. All electrical work must be in compliance with the National Electrical Code or OSHA regulations. Extension cord shall be the 3-wire type and shall be protected from damage. Do not use worn or frayed cords. Never hang cords from nails, staples, or suspend from wires. Exposed lights must be guarded except in the case of deeply recessed reflectors. Do not suspend temporary lights by their cords unless the cords are designed for this use. Receptacles for attachment plugs are to be of the approved concealed contact type. Where different voltages and current ratings are supplied, receptacles shall be of such design that attachment plugs are not interchangeable. All 120-volt single-phase circuits which are not part of permanent wiring of the building or structure shall be tested by a qualified electrical technician or journeyman. All equipment ground connectors are to be tested for continuity. Each receptacle and attachment cap or plug shall be tested for correct attachment of the equipment ground conductor. The equipment ground conductor shall be connected to the proper terminal. Test verification shall be by means of color-coded marking tape. Intervals of color are January to March, white; April to June, red; July to September, blue; October to December, yellow. Dash Shield Dacon shall not permit the use of any equipment which has not been tested. Any equipment which has failed the test for assured grounding or visual inspection cannot be used until repaired and retested.